No.
Okay, so let me rewind it back a little bit further. So, you were there for the elementals. So basically, where you left off, Soren came in, banished that one elemental, which actually still is banished. He's almost perma banished. He's got like 5 turns left. You guys fought, killed off the majority of the elementals. There's only a couple left that you currently see. However, the storm that was around those rooms started to kind of build up, and the room started to kind of glow brighter. You did notice that the hag coven member Lily decided to cast lightning spells. It looked like after, and you weren't sure at the time. After it became fully charged, you had discovered that essentially she was charging this spell to unleash it, which summoned this giant elemental snake that is currently flying 300 feet up in the air. It has not really done much. However, the presence of this on the field has been causing all of you to be basically almost permanently terrified, depending on how your save is at the beginning of the round.
Oh boy. Okay.
Other than that, I believe Techno, you knocked Lily out of the sky off her broom, right?
Yep.
A big ass fireball, knocked her down. She did use some sort of defensive ability, but she is now on the ground. She is currently waded out on top of the water, and the last thing she did was shoot her. I think it was what through a raid. It was after a raid, but essentially she shot the giant Gromkamate with a ray.
Well, I know it wasn't scorching, otherwise she wouldn't fit.
Raven Feeblement. So, I think only half damage with his weapon. Other than that, you guys have put up a pretty good fight. However, after this snake was summoned, terrifying all the members of the party, it looks like she summoned a few more members of the Coven team. Thankfully, you guys have been rolling pretty well. However, Kern,
yeah, I was gonna say someone needs to save Kern.
Kern basically was on top of the rock, and one came up and looked at him. He just fell over.
Oh boy. Okay.
Thankfully, Theris, VIP with the water walking, is preventing him from being melted. Right now, he'd be sinking beneath the acid.
Oh boy.
So, top of the round, Death basically said, save Kern. Does Death have a way to save Kern? She does have potions of healing. But, and I think Tekton would agree with me, the fact that there's a hag next to Kern is also an item of concern.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
How do you see Deft playing this one? So I think Deft would save Kern.
I need.
Deft has 3 potions of healing. I think, but would Deft go right up to a hag all alone?
I know. Could we leave Kern after all he's done for us?
I mean, he did vomit out a raven. Oh yeah, absolutely.
How would Deft handle this?
Yeah, because Deft definitely wants to help. So we could move here. So we can move to him. Use our action to give him the healing potion. And use our bonus action to run away. But then we couldn't disengage. We could disengage, but then we couldn't run away. Deft has a lot of health, though. Let's see.
Well, if you want to play it risky, I know a way Deft could. That is somewhat Deftish, though.
30. The only requirement is you must help Kern. Deft is going to give Kern a potion healing. 2d4 plus 2. 2, I think, right? Max healing.
Nice.
No. Oh, I think Death already had it. 2 for 2. So that is 10 points on turn.
That is a healing spirit right next to Kern, isn't it?
It is, however, it is not his turn.
Yeah, but it is Death's turn. Couldn't Death make it to the other side of Kern and stand in that healing spirit just in case?
Oh, let's see if Death needs help. Yeah, definitely.
Down 6 HP. Could fly through it.
Fair enough. And heal for 5. Actually, no, Death could not. Unfortunately. Death ran out of movement speed. That was why. Sorry, Death. That's it. Okay. So, do. Healing. We did movement. We did action. So, run away. Run away. But Kern. Can't take an attack.
Does Def still have mirror image up?
I think Death ran out of music.
Actually, I think she still has 1 left. Because if
Oh, no, correct. She has 1, and I hit Deft through it last time.
Yep, so I suppose if Deft is feeling...
He's going to run, yeah. But then again, we lose Kern all by himself.
Well, if Deft is feeling brave, and I think he was last time, he could try and distract the hag. Make a goofy face or something.
All that Deft knows, and this is true to Deft, this thing looked at Kern and he died. I think Deft is probably going to run away. 5, 10. Oh no, here we go. He's going to run to the other side, run through it, and then run. No, not that close. Right there. And then we'll reapply the 5. Okay. Fair enough. Kern is awake. No longer unconscious. Stands up. Sees the hag. Shit, he does get healed because he is in the healing spirit. He is no longer frightened because he died. Yeah, he's gonna pull out the sword. He doesn't have much left. Short sword attack. Number 1. Natural fucking 1. This has been a bad week for me on rolls. Ever since our game last Friday, I've rolled more natural 1s than I can ever recall rolling.
You've had a lot of 20s. Gotta balance that luck checkbook.
So Kern has disadvantage for the next 3 rounds on everything.
Oh.
So he's going to take another shot with disadvantage. Or he's going to get the swing. My bad. Another short sword, right at the hag. So to tie that. That brings us to King Kong. You're up, my friend.
Okay, Kronk's gonna. The ape is gonna just pound on the spectral will weird.
Oh, go come smash. Oh yeah, that +9 modifier is just beautiful at this point. It kind of looks up at you as the fist comes down. You just like splash it. It just shoots out all over the place. You can get used to this. It's too bad no one left the party. Oh wow, you're only 2 off max damage too. All right, second attack.
Unidentified creature 1.
Is that the hag? Yeah.
Yep.
We'll just say that you basically guessed the hag of some sort.
Damn, I was almost.
My God. Whoo! Monkey see, monkey do. Oh, Wolfgart. Roll a history check. With advantage. Mr. Monster Hunter. Natural motherfucking 20. You did study these in your training. One item that you do note that you recall from your training is that essentially what hags can do is for anyone who's frightened, they have the ability to instantly kill you. Not outright like dead, but they can drop you to 0 if you're frightened.
Oh, if you're frightened, they can drop you to 0. Okay.
If you're frightened, they have an ability that will drop you immediately to 0. You can avert your gaze from them to try to prevent some of this, which has some disadvantage. But these are very dangerous. They're not extremely powerful, but they are very dangerous. You don't recognize the big, huge thing up in the sky. However, because you rolled a natural 20, that's correct. So how much damage did you do total?
19.
You did 2 hits though, right? Oh, is it only the first hit? Or is it all hits? Let me double check. Raven Feedman. Half damage with the weapon has the strength until the spell ends. It lasts concentration up to a minute, so it's half damage on everything. So that was 19 reduced to 9, so it gets 10 there. And what was your first one? 28?
Yeah, and that one was reduced.
14. Oh, it already reduced. Okay. I don't know if I can do that. So it gets 10 hit points back. Okie dokie.
Can I shout that out about the whole fear thing?
On your turn. The other thing you notice because of natural 20. And I'll whisper it to you because you can't. That's your turn.
Wait, if I point the head of the thing at the snake, does it have to make Will a save too?
And from what I just sent you a message of, you kind of derive what the intention of this whole thing is.
Okay.
All right, so that's 2 fist attacks. That's, I think, everything you have. Did you want to move anywhere?
No, I don't want to move, but what kind of save is
The save for what?
the enfeeblement, right?
It's already you failed it or previously.
Yeah, but it says save on end of each.
Oh, do you then? Hold on. At the end of each turn, con save, please. Natural 1.
Oh.
So is that what you meant by that then? Say
What's that?
When you say that about that, that's what you meant when I replied underneath. Or is
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
With what I told you previously of that knowledge, with what I sent you the message on, you kind of understand why that's there.
That can be immunity. Since I know that.
Yep.
Okay.
So you're exactly like Soren now at this point. No additional movement.
Yeah,
I
that's
take
it. I'm done.
All right, there's.
What's the yellow thing again?
circle? Yeah, I was gonna.
That is the aura of the paladin.
Oh yeah, that's his 10-foot
I was
away.
literally just reading that. Forgot about that.
Hey, that's it. All you guys got to remember is how to master your players. I'll take care of the rest. Just believe me, even I forget about shit from time to time.
One's a sea hag.
Roll a history check for you two, Ferris. No advantage for you because you didn't specifically focus on monsters. You are also well aware of the fact that essentially what the dangers these sea hags pose.
I do know that they're a threat.
You kind of see everything going on, and yes, to anything that's frightened, these things are extremely lethal. You've heard a couple of different stories that have come up in your random reading.
Can I counter spell now?
Shit. I
You
guess
don't
I'm
have
I'll blast up on Hag 1.
Okay. You do see Hag 1 looks pretty rough.
That's why I'm trying to go ahead and hopefully finish her off.
Yeah. Yeah, you see Soren kind of going, or one tried to jump up at Soren
well,
as
that's
he's
a shit
flying up in
miss.
there. You watch as you go to hit it, and it kind of like moves out of the way.
I screwed up that one.
William, I don't know why his bubble's not there, but he's still in the bubble.
Didn't
It
the,
would appear that my pointer had been decreased in size.
Here.
There you
Ooh, I didn't mark that.
wasn't it because he was dragged outside the bubble?
No, I don't know. He wouldn't be dragged outside the bubble.
I thought
I
you had
think I
something to
accidentally
back
deleted
him.
it. I'm clicking the wrong thing. He could have left. I don't remember anything specifically.
I thought something.
It
came
very
up.
well could have been. I just don't remember. But either way, he's still just gonna cast a firebolt at Sea Hag. That's gonna be a natural 2, but we're gonna make that a 14 plus 8. Yeah, that hit. I love Fortin Wizards. Total 4. Youch! 9 points of damage as you watch Wolfgart, the hag, just kind of slumps down into the acid and actually begins to melt away.
Too bad I'm not.
William steps
What's
back.
his name? Oh, I thought we cut its head off.
Thankfully, he killed it because it was its turn right after him. Which puts us into Soren's turn. Soren is currently 40 feet up in the air. He's going to use all of his flank speed. Oh, can he make it? So it's 300 feet up in the air. He can go another 40 feet. Not close enough. 128 is still not close enough. So he will go all the way up to 120 feet.
Wow, he flies fast.
Yes, he does. Well, he used his action as well. He's trying to move as quick as possible. Yeah, there we go, 120 feet. Okay. So he uses his action and movement to go 120 feet up in the air. There it is. That is it, though, for him. Sea 2. Angry that Soren swam off. He's going to go after Deft.
Oh boy.
Thankfully, Deft is not frightened. However, it is going to go ahead and take its swing. Natural fucking one again.
Thank you, Nobel. I think Death thanks you too.
And the target begins to flee. So Death gets taken an attack. FG hack.
There's something ironic about that.
Alright, so Death is going to take a swing with the Scout Dagger. Natural one. I'm fucking cursed. I swear to God.
That's 3 in a row.
Okay, so Death's natural one. Oh no. So that it's immune to all damage for a round. Wait. Yep, nope, that technically applies to it, so it's immune.
Better on the way.
Shit. Oh wait, it's okay, so yeah. It runs, it hits, it misses. Jeez.
This is beautiful.
Okay. Yeah. So it continues to run. It makes it about that far. And it's immune to all damage for 1 round. 3. 3 sees turn.
Oh no, not Kern again.
Not down yet.
You
Claws
can
at
live,
him.
Kern. Don't die, Kern.
Wolfguard. Now you may yell as a free action
Yeah,
because
I
you
will-
your damn natural 20s and my natural one.
I'm gonna let everyone know the elemental is probably fake. And that the sea hags, if you're frightened, can insta kill you.
Correct.
I'm gonna go up to this one.
Okay, you're going within melee.
Yeah.
Oh, you're out of arrows.
No, I currently have my short swords equipped.
Okay. You don't have magical short swords, though, do you?
It worked last time. I'm pretty sure.
Sure. I'll take your word for it. We'll find out when you swing.
I don't know how else I don't want to got damaged.
No, I don't know.
You never know what the DM has planned.
Oh, you probably got your radiant damage off on if it's your primary.
Can I get it? If I move here, I get advantage.
If you move there, because he is technically not dead yet, yes, you do get advantage. And the other one did run away. That's a hit.
Nice.
Nice. 9 points. It looks unfazed, but it has you have its attention. Another swing.
Oh, thank God. That was a 1. I saw a 1.
You almost messed that up, but thankfully you just kind of pull it out. Actually, what's your hold on? Oh no, he already used 14. Never mind. And the secondary short sword or your offhand?
Yep. Offhand. Well, I gotta remove the
Did you use your sneak
Holding.
attack damage already? Or am I thinking wrong character?
other character.
Fucking shit, man.
I mean, maybe this character can have it too, you know?
If you want to give me sneak attack, I don't want.
Nice.
Hey, better than my ones, man. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
fair enough.
Oh,
You make some decent progress, but I mean,
ow.
could be worse. Anything else you want to do? Movement?
Hold on. Yeah, I had 30.
All my top in my dear.
Yeah, I can't do it. It has to be within 30.
Fair enough. The Well Defender. I'm a little irritated because it cannot get to most of you. He's going to go ahead and make a splash attack on Wolfguard.
Oh boy.
Natural 20.
Oh no.
Here it goes! The comeback! Oh, that just sounds bad. Oh.
Oh, by Wolfguard.
Crushing or whatever that goddamn thing is.
Takoya. Oof.
Well, positive note, Takoya is immune to criticals.
True, but not just yet.
One random adjacent ally of the target. I have no adjacent allies to me.
You, it has a reach of 10, but still nothing within 10 feet. So it's just you. That is 26 points of acid damage.
Fucking oof.
Ow.
Looking in the face, is that all you got?
Second attack.
Oh.
That's a 19.
Oh wait, I can't do.
That ain't all it's got. Oh boy.
That's max damage. 20 points.
And that's why you don't trash talk until after it's done its attacks.
Best
Oh god.
ever. Yeah, especially when you have like what's your max HP with both of your things up? Like 36?
Oh, I was at 48.
You are literally the glass cannon. But it doesn't kill you because of Ferris. Thank you. That is the end of his turn. He isn't going to move anywhere. Takoya, seeing that her friend... Takoya, you dispelled, correct?
Yeah, Takoya's been freed.
Okay, so Takoya's freed. Sees it attacking her little low hit point friend. He's going to attack Warhammer. Number 1. Oh, still plus 27. Yeah, that pretty much it.
Wow.
What the fuck is he doing? Good fucking question. Second attack. That one missed. That ends Toya's turn. She's going to move a little bit closer in front of Ferris. Lily. Kind of looks around. Sees you, Max. Kind of protecting everybody.
Whoa. God save me, I'm invisible.
Are you invisible?
In my head I am.
And you watch as she kind of flourishes an object in her hand, and you watch as 1, 2, 3 bolts of force come flying straight at you. 4 points of damage.
What am I concentrating on?
Magic missile.
Shield of Faith. You put
Shield
a
of Faith.
Shield of Faith up on theirs.
And last one.
Do what?
I'm rolling really well in these concentrations. Wow.
you made live. She kind of looks angry and is gonna step back a little bit. Your turn.
Lucky bitch. Oh, how much health do I
With your
have?
6 hit points.
Yeah. I'm sorry about the spam, but I gotta heal myself. So
Lay on
I'm
hand.
expending all. Yeah, actually, I just won't mark any off because I'm using all of them. Don't worry, I saved me some spell slots for other heals. But that's action. On the other hand, some action.
It is an action, correct.
Okay. See, I'm using all 35, so I get 35 hit points back. Do.
Whoo!
Minus
And you
not
still have your
5.
healing hands, too.
That I do that. That's
Oh
35.
yeah, that's it. That is correct.
And I'm going to move 5, 10, 20, 25 feet to there. Which I
Okay.
went down like this way, and this way, and up there.
Fair enough.
And I'll get you off guard next turn. Don't you worry, bro. I got you.
You watch it.
And
The elemental just kind of looks at your.
I'm gonna
If
get
you can look.
hey, Techno, fuck off. I got my own circle.
I'm gonna get
Well, then drag it over.
I'm gonna get a nat 20 on my thing and get back up.
Well,
You
then
very
there
well
you go.
could at this route.
There you go. You can do that. If that's all I do at this point. Is this a bonus action? One sec.
It's what a bonus action.
It is. Vow of enmity. Cannot say that
Yes,
word
it is.
correctly.
However, you already used it last session, or
I
last.
did?
You've used it previously. Yep.
Okay, so I can mark that off then.
You need to do another rest before you can use it again.
Yeah, I did have it marked off, so I thought I still had it. Um. Double checking something real quick. Hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to remember this character. I have like so many characters for that.
I know the feel.
Wrong one. This one. So you use your action. Never mind, action. That's all I can do. Why don't
I'm knowing. Ay, ay, ay. Knowing this will be concentration on polymorph. Ooh. Whose healing spirit is that? Right?
I don't know.
It would have to be knowing, which would mean it's not there. No
That
one
would
else
be
has.
inaccurate.
Nope. It's Kern.
The guy who's unconscious.
Yeah, no, it's gone.
Hmm.
Oversight. But okay, so he's got that. He sees that hag running away. He sees the one next to you. He's Kern. Yeah. That will not be very helpful. That will not be helpful. That is concentration. He's just going to go ahead and use a thorn on 6 points of damage and pulls it away from Kern. That brings you right.
Alright, so 2 things. 1, do I notice Soren fly up to near my level? And 2,
Well, let's see. So he's near your level. Roll a perception check flat.
I was frightened.
Are you frightened? Yeah, no, you don't notice him, unfortunately. You're too busy looking at the elemental.
And the second thing is, do I hear Wolfgar yelling?
So Wolfgar, when you yelled that out, how loud did you yell? I mean, it's kind of hard. You're 110 feet up in the air in a storm. I don't know if you necessarily hear a wolf.
Okay.
Roll a. I don't think even if. Are you here, Dark?
Yeah, I'm here.
Can you just roll a performance check just to see if by some means you manage to get a natural 20? I'm not going to say it's impossible, but I'll at least give you guys a chance.
You question his ability?
Yep.
He doesn't have the same vocal range as our.
Unfortunately, with all those factors, you just do not hear him yelling.
Okay.
And
you
with
said
the fear, you just... That snake
Too
actually brings up a good fear. Don't forget, you also cannot fly closer to it.
Yep, that's one of the reasons why I've been hovering at 110.
So yeah, you didn't hear him. You see it. It hasn't attacked. However, it is quite menacing.
Okay, so I doubt you noticed Lily reappear either then.
No. Essentially, more or less, Lily went ethereal to avoid taking lethal
Another
falling
fireball.
damage. With part of that too. And then essentially reappeared on the top. So you haven't noticed her quite yet,
So
but you did not see her fall. So you're assuming she's probably still alive, but you definitely got a nice piece.
alright. I'm assuming she's somewhere else. So, since her attention is focused upwards and she hasn't heard anyone yelling to her, she's going to continue trying to, actually, she doesn't know Lily's there, so I suppose that's not as big a priority.
Yeah, Lily's not that powerful outside of like a spell or two, and even those aren't the greatest; they're just more annoying.
Her main concern was that Lily might try and suck up the souls or something.
That is also potentially a threat. You've seen a hag do it.
Yep. She'll look down to see how the fight's going, see what she can see. And just from a cursory glance over the map, okay.
You dropped in that 20?
They're doing fine.
You glance down very quickly to not lose sight of the elemental. You're like, nope, they're good.
Alright, so she'll continue trying to bring the spirits over to her.
Alright, go ahead, ring the bell with a performance check.
Mm-hmm. Now, neither of those were very good rolls, but still.
Really? I hadn't noticed.
Rip.
Oh, no.
Yeah, now you can see what I mean by neither of those were particularly good rolls, but...
That one's worse.
Oh, no.
I think that means you fall.
1 round. Yeah, that would mean I start falling. So how fast?
Someone looked this up once. There's terminal velocity.
I can't imagine in 6 seconds she would fall 110 feet.
60 feet a turn.
Something. I forget exactly what it was. I forget when this came up last, but we did look it up. So you do begin to fall.
Oh, that's with Featherfall.
Yeah, I would say... Oh, it was 60 feet with Featherfall?
Oh,
yeah.
Theoretically, it'd be an acceleration kind of thing. You'd fall faster and faster as time goes on, and Featherfall caps you at 60. But I don't know exactly how far or how far you fall.
How far do you fall per turn?
AFK for coffee real quick.
Okay. Distance fallen. Oh, wow.
Up to 500 feet.
In 1 round?
You're reading the same article I'm reading.
Yeah, I guess it's from Xana's Guide to Everything.
Yeah. It's a simplification rule. So, good news, bad news.
The good news is...
You don't take quite the impact you'd normally take for falling 110 feet into the ground.
The bad news is I'm falling 110 feet into a pit of acid.
So I would call that about this. So you take 19 points of bludgeoning damage from the fall.
Ow.
Then the acid, that's another 9 points of acid damage. Just fall and dip into the acid. You do immediately pop back up afterwards, but you do dip down into it and get burned. Do you have acid resistance?
No.
Or is that Lilith?
That was Lilith.
So many characters.
You can't keep track of all our characters.
Well, you have multiple campaigns, multiple characters, all my characters, all my other random... Yeah, there's a lot in there. And they're all kind of similar in a way, but not quite for hit.
Yeah, they're all like Lilith. We understand.
Well, like Lilith could fly. Ari can fly.
Oh, let's see. How exactly does incapacitated work? Because I know you can't take actions. Incapacitated can't take actions or react. Actually, I don't think I would fall, because while incapacitated, you can still take move actions. Apparently.
We'll have to find out.
As I'm looking under the appendices or in Fantasy Grounds, preferences, incapacitated. The thing that usually stops you from moving is the fact that it's oftentimes paired with things like
You can take
unconsciousness.
actions or reactions. So yes, you're correct. You take no damage.
Haha. She's just more or less stunned.
Correct. So basically, you get terrified looking around, and that's about all you pull off. But you don't take all that damage. That's a good bonus.
That it is. And since I didn't have plans to move around, stay put, I guess.
The elemental apparently doesn't move. So I would say everyone's pretty much good. Hold on. Gronkamate. I need you to roll an intelligence check for me. Even Gronkamate understands that this elemental is not real. So the only person who doesn't know it's not real is Ari. So
And you said that was a will save? Or wisdom save?
at the top of the round, I need you to roll a wisdom saving. Just you. Everyone else is immune. Okay. Death's turn. Friends up. He's gonna go over flanking with the Koya with advantage. Taking the dagger. Stab, stab, stab. 21. Sneak attack damage. And 11 points of damage. Off next turn. Nope. And we'll remain there. Turn. Have many arrows left. Is going to cast Healing Spirit on himself. And the bonus action. And then he's going to take some shots. Second shot. Grogum!
The giant ape's gonna stomp over there and take a couple of swings at the sea hag.
Okay.
He's still enfeebled because I think he killed the one that enfeebled him, didn't he?
No, that was Lily. He gets to save then this turn. That's 9 points. Technically, that is 12 points. Still rough.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Alright, you got both of
Anybody
those
die?
off. Elemental almost died. A hag died. I think that died before him. The other hag almost died. None of you are dead yet. That was a good sign. And are you gonna stay there, Grunkle?
Yeah, I'll stay there. It was 19 con save.
What were you making a con save for?
Enfeeblement.
Oh, yeah, no, that succeeds. It is no longer in effect. That's
And I'm done.
all right, there.
Okay, hang on. I'll look at my spells.
I'm gonna get a drink. I'll be right back.
Just one hag left up, or no? There's two. What was number 2 doing? It's away from everybody. Did somebody scare it away or something?
Yeah, it attacked, rolled a nat 1, then had to flee from its target. Then
Yeah,
Death tried to smack it, rolled a nat 1, and made it immune to damage for the duration of the round.
Yeah, I was trying to tell you, but my mic was muted. I didn't even realize my mic was muted. I got food, so yeah, buddy.
And
My
3
late
is
dinner.
unconscious. What happened to it?
Who?
Wolfguard's unconscious too.
Wolfguard's unconscious. Number 3.
Where's the healing totem?
It's next to Kern.
But he's not where he's in it, is he?
He's in it, I think. Yes. I'm not sure on that though.
Kern's in
Hag
it.
3 is not unconscious.
Yeah, Hag 3's still up.
Okay, because the combat tracker has unconscious on it as an effect.
Oh, that was because at the time when he rolled damage, he had the half damage, which didn't apply.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's up, but you'll have to remove the unconscious from it.
Just to make sure, I'm going to drop a healing word on Wolfguard.
Nice. He's up. Oh baby.
And since that's a bonus, I will throw a bolt at the hag, but I gotta wait till he takes the unconscious off.
Or, I mean,
It'll throw with advantage.
give me
You
a
could just
moment.
mark disadvantage and it'll roll straight.
Just give me a moment. I'll remove the unconscious. That action, heal. 1 point. And it's Hag 3.
Hag
Yeah.
3.
Okay. And then. Okay, that should remove the unconscious. Yep.
Okay.
You came back just in time,
Nice.
Nomel.
Yeah, that's a firebolt.
Yep.
Yep, that certainly does it. You just like toss a firebolt between
Yeah, so I threw a
monkey leg.
healing word at Wolfguard. Since that's a bonus action, I cantripped and blew her away.
There you go.
Damn.
William is impressed.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna pop his head out. Let's throw. I don't think that would have the effect I would have. Fireball, that could work.
Whoa. Wait a second there, brother.
Wait a minute. He will cast a second level spell slot. Actually, no, it's not even worth it. He's going to cast a fireball. That hit. For a total of 11 points of damage. Oh, that's what he had. That brings us to as it pops up out of the water. It's gonna just do one splash at Theris and one at Decoya. Miss. Natural 20. Oh wow.
Decoya's immune to crits, isn't she?
She is. But he's not immune to the bad roll he just got. So, nothing. Nothing at all. Jordan. There's 120. I don't think I can even make it that far.
How high are you trying to make it?
I'm trying to make it about 120 feet away.
100.
Right, right?
Like, so he's 240?
No, he's only at 120.
Oh, okay.
So he's going
See?
to fly up another 80 feet. Got 100 feet to go. All right. See him. Turns back around. And he's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And he hit his leg. Max. Takes a swing at you. Natural 20. I can only roll either
Hold up.
extremely high or extremely low. Do you have shenanigans?
Hold up. I really didn't want to use the spell slot, but now I'm gonna. Misty Step. Isn't that a reaction?
It's a
No,
bonus.
it's a bonus action.
Fuck, what was I thinking of then? Fuck, I'm fucked. Okay, yep, go
You're
ahead.
thinking of her claw going into your face.
You're probably thinking of Vanya in her abrupt jaunt.
Mm. Mm.
16 points of damage, and you maintain concentration.
Nice.
That's basically all it gets. Is that deft?
Decoy.
What?
Cool.
How do you do that, Decoy? Let's see. First, 3 days. Wolfgart.
I'm gonna disengage.
You're next to giant monkey Gronkum.
Slide to the right.
I'm releasing the
Crisscross.
character now. Star.
Gonna
Decoy is
disengage.
now free.
Do I have to disengage? Let's see.
Well, it depends what you're trying to do. Are you attacking?
I'm just gonna switch to my bow, my crossbow from here.
You have Prospector, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine.
I want to slide to the right and get some healing totem.
The only downside if you slide... Actually, you're fine if you do slide to the right. It has a 10-foot range.
Yeah, might as well. How much healing do I get from that?
You get... You get... Drumroll. 5 points of healing.
I'm gonna use my bonus action.
Okay.
to use my right on the crossbow.
What's the range using a crossbow, right?
Yeah, crossbow.
That's a disadvantage, I believe, correct? Because of your range?
No, because
It's
I have
60
sharpshooter.
foot. He should be fine.
Oh,
And I
you're
have
right within
sharpshooter.
range.
And I have sharpshooter.
It's true. The shooter.
Sucks.
Ouch.
Yeah, fuck it. We'll do sharpshooter.
Kind of like grazer with a shot. See the second one coming. Oh, it hits. Wow.
Man, that's
Ones are flowing tonight.
You make me feel better.
Wow.
Oh no, never mind. The thing was already down, so she doesn't have to make a con save.
All right. Well, defender is going to make 2 splash attacks. First one's going at Mac.
What the hell? Because
Natural 19 for 26.
if he's a natural 20, I'm done.
That is 14 points of acid damage. You do maintain
Finally,
concentration.
I lose concentration. Wait, I made it?
No, concentration successful.
You made it.
It's a skill check, not a save.
It looks over at you. Looks back at Koya. And then turns back around and hits you again.
Wow.
22.
Oh. Annabelle, maybe you should change your terminology there too. It goes to attack.
You fall unconscious again.
Sucks
That
to
is
suck.
turn. Koya.
If you were speaking to a druid this time, then it would do.
Dr. Koya joined.
Yeah, it's here in Discord.
And the game.
Yeah, that too. But I just can't hear her if she's speaking.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, now we
Yeah,
can hear you.
there
There
we
you go.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I
You
was
did?
pressing the wrong control. I'm so sorry. I'm on.
I was
You're
about
fine.
to say, you're either muted.
I was pressing right control instead of left control. I forgot that I. Sorry. Anyways,
Welcome to the game.
so I'm going to assume I should be attacking the Spectral Wall Defender Force. So that's what I'm going to go for. I've obviously not been here for a while, so I'm not positive what's
Okay.
going on.
We're actually attacking deft.
Oh, that's my bad. I just.
Ah. That's actually done pretty good this fight.
Oh, good.
You do hit it though.
Woohoo. It's been a while since I've played. I have 2 attacks as a fighter, right?
Yes, you do.
Okay, cool. All right. Guess that's it.
You get 2 attempted attacks. We'll leave it at
Yeah.
All right, so you 2 distraught by the sight of Max being dropped down. Better luck next time. That brings us to Lily, who just got shot by arrows. She's not very happy about that. She's gonna look over at you, Wolfgart, and you watch as 3 bolts of force energy fly in your direction.
3 bolts of what?
Magic missile. First bolt,
I disagree.
second bolt. That's a hit. Third bolt. That's
Well,
a death save throw.
Do you know what would really suck?
Hmm.
If you're like some kind of wizard and didn't have some kind of magical spell to protect you from magic
Go
missile.
fight yourself. Take you and your whole characters out of this game.
It never gets old. It never gets old.
Take you and your whole characters out of this
So
game.
you're now at one failed saving
Sucks to
throw
suck.
because of the extra bolt. However, you are down, so that's her action. She's going to step.
Why is he at a failed save?
Magic
He
missiles.
got hit by an extra bolt.
Well, they all hit at one time.
Not technically, because you can direct him a different. Yeah, I'll
Rank
give
one
it.
target.
We'll leave it. But you are still unconscious. But you reach out. You can touch Max's hand if you want.
I'm inside the thing.
That brings us to Max.
Successful.
Successful.
More than I can say about Wolfguard.
No one looks around.
Talk about, I'll be up because I'm in the healing thing.
I don't care, you're still a failure.
10,
Oh.
15, 20, 25, 30. Ooh. All the good spells are concentration. We are going to do a... Here you went. That could be a bad idea. We'll go ahead and why not? I'm going to use a healing word or cure wounds. On the side. 10 points of healing. And get this level up. Alright.
All right. After shaking yourself out of the incapacitated,
You're still afraid. Actually, roll did you roll your wisdom save? I forget.
I did roll one at the beginning of the round, and I got like 6, I think.
Okay.
So unless the DC has drastically
This
dropped,
elemental is terrifying. You don't know how everyone is in the state of panic. Maybe they don't see it.
she's just going to maintain her composure.
You gotta hold it together for the team.
At which point, gathering her bearings, I'm going to go ahead and presume I probably still don't really see what's going on down there based on the distance.
You can roll another perception check if you want, but you run the risk of rolling a natural one again. Just pointing it out. Double net 17.
If only that could have been on my performance.
You glance down and look, and yeah, you see the team seems more intrigued and engaged by these remaining elementals as opposed to the giant sky air looking elemental that's flying around in the middle of the map.
Okay.
And you do see Lily.
Oh, okay. So now I notice her.
So you knew she wasn't dead, but nah, you definitely know she's dead.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if she was here or somewhere else.
Get the feeling you fucked up that broom, though. It is much too minor of a magic item to be protected.
Yeah. That would work. Possibly.
You're wanting to fireball. Anytime you say that, you're fireballing somebody.
No, it's not.
So you're not about to
fireball.
try to fireball the elementals to see how many.
It looked like Lily was performing the ritual to summon the giant elemental, correct?
At least enhancing, empowering, you're not 100% sure, but definitely looked in control of it.
All right. To the elemental straight up.
The elemental is 300 feet up in the air.
Okay.
But you can't move closer to it because you still think it's real.
Yep, but I can stay at the same elevation.
That you can.
What does it look like she's doing right now? Since she's
Really?
Yeah.
Basically, from the last thing you saw, it looked like she was shooting some sort of arcane spell at Wolfgar, knocking him unconscious.
And I assume I didn't notice Thorath past me.
No, you're more focused downward, and he's much higher than you at this point. You kind of wouldn't necessarily see him as naturally flying up into the storm.
Okay, I'm going to move over to there. And then I suppose... Actually, you know what? If Ari thinks she's controlling the elemental...
Well, since you're frightened of the elemental, can you move closer to the elemental?
I can't move closer to the elemental now.
Move further away, but not close. And you get disadvantage at least. I love the picture I gave the Gronkimate. That's how I like to picture Gronkimate, but large.
I'm just trying to think of... because I have something I want to do. I'm trying to think if Ari
Actually,
would go for it.
now that you mentioned that, I actually had another thing I could have done with the Thorin. It's silly now that I think about it. Whoops! Oh well.
Yeah, this will be a 2. So let's try this out. Ari is going to kind of swoop down.
How many feet?
Going to use action and the bonus from Expedius to go down 60 feet.
Okay.
And then I'm going to banish her.
Okay.
At the very least, I'm going to attempt to.
Okay. Go ahead and give it a go.
Did she have advantage?
Yep.
Damn.
I
I think
won.
passed it by 2.
You watch. The minute you do that, her eyes shift up to you, change color very quickly, and she just smiles.
Change color quickly, you say.
Uh-huh. You seem to have piqued her interest.
Okay.
The Elder Tempest surprisingly does nothing. Techno. Top of the round. Roll a wisdom saving throw.
Alright. Just give me one moment here.
Foul creature.
I think it's just advantage, and this is what, a DC 20, I think? Yeah, I'll just go for the wisdoms.
Why are they not panicking? What's wrong with them? Maybe only you can see this creature. Perhaps they don't see the threat that looms overhead.
It could be. Or it could be like Ari, they're trying to maintain their composure as well.
Could be. However, Deft has saved Kern. Deft would probably want to save Max.
She kicks him into the totem.
Hard call.
Bonus action, disengage, and then drag him over there.
Deft is actually going to take a swing at the hag. Out of fear and concern for his friends. That's going to be... Actually, he will move. Oh, yeah, he's fine. That's 10 feet. You'll attack with the scout dagger. Oh, yeah, that hit. Sneak attack for a grand total of 22 points of damage. And then swings around the offhand for another 4 points. Turn. Five. He's going back for 10. And then he will take a sharpshooter shot. Miss. Another one. Oh, that's a miss. And give me one, and I'll be right.
You guys still there?
I'm here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just got really quiet for a while.
That it did.
Yeah, I was almost saying, like, did I go dead here?
Maybe baby time.
It's typing something.
Oh no, the gremlin got his mic. Alright. Go use the bathroom then.
Sounds good.
Have fun.
That's it's black. That's it's black.
That's
That's
sleep through
it's
the whole session.
black.
That's
That's
sleep through the whole session.
black.
That's sleep through
It's
the whole session.
black.
That's
That's
sleep through 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 the whole session.
black.
That's Bronson does like this. And smash you did. Good.
And done.
All right. There.
I'm going to. I know this is what type of creature the spectral defender is behind me? Like, is it elemental
Hmm.
or undead or?
Roll either an Arcana check or a Nature check. It is some form of an elemental.
Elemental?
Yep.
Okay, then I'll swing around and present my holy symbol,
All right.
and hopefully this works.
Fails.
So it is now needs to flee from me. Arcane Abjuration.
If water can be terrified, this is the most terrified water you've ever.
Wouldn't that be acid?
Technically it's not acid either, but it's more related to acid than anything.
And if it fails its save, it is turned for 1 minute or until it takes damage.
Is that a single target or?
It's not a half hit die creature, correct? Or half CR.
No, it is
Okay.
much higher.
Then it would be banished if it was.
Yep, it's like a CR5. William. These are these wonderful things flying around.
I couldn't even banish that if I was 17th.
Yeah, turn 5e got nerfed into the ground.
William likes the thought of this, but it's such a long way to go. It seems like something he would do. Kokoya! You hear a little voice yelling at you. Hey! You! Over here! It's like a small little 1-year-old gnome, William.
Do I know where this is coming from? Can I tell?
Yeah, this is the little gnome on the southern end of the map, so this is William. He is currently 1 year old because you guys had unfortunate luck, and he's
Did my remove curse never work on him?
He was the only person you couldn't get that day. So
We've rested since then.
We did, but we never then healed. He didn't actually care because it really didn't hinder him enough for him to be a concern to him, and he kind of enjoyed being like.
Okay.
But yeah, he's still there, but you see him as he kind of waves to you to come here, come here, come here. And then he's going to go ahead and use a firebolt while he waits for that. Well, it was a firebolt. And then he pops. Thunder 2. He's going to spin at you there?
No, he's going to run away.
Oh, that's right. He's the feared one. So he's completely feared, has to run away, or can't move closer and has disadvantage.
Let me read exactly. I think it's like Sting of Fear.
I can always forget which one's the which.
If the creature fails its saving throw, it is turned for 1 minute until it takes damage. And I'm assuming it would be like the turn for undead, which is a turn creature must spend its turn trying to move as far away from you as it can, and it can't willingly move to a space within 30 foot of you. It also can't take reactions. For its action, it can only use the dash action or try to escape from an effect preventing it moving. If there's nowhere to move, the creature can use the dodge action.
Okay. So he's going to run up here, and then he disappears. Soaring. All right, 200 feet, right, Techno?
Mm-hmm. 280 now, I'm guessing.
We're going to go up 40 feet. Ooh. So we're at 240 feet. Actually, do we even need to go any higher than that? I think we can do it from here. So we're at 200 feet. It's at 300 feet. We only need to be within 120. I think we're good to go. Actually, didn't need to go that far. Still had to use the action. So he's going to look up. Really only for the benefit of you at this point, but he spent so long flying up here, he's going to go ahead and expend a 3rd level spell slot and dispel magic on the elemental illusion. And you watch as he waves his hand and it vanishes from the sky and the storm subsides. He's like, finally. And that's basically all you can do. The sea hag is dead. Wolfguard. You saw an elemental run away and go under the water. That lady kind of backed up a little bit, but she's still visible. And then there's this other one right next to you. Do you get the feeling Big Monkey Gronkum's got it covered?
Pull Max back into the healing.
Oh yeah, you dip the toe. 5 points.
Guess I should have pulled Max into the thing. Yeah. I'll pull him in.
You can athletics check. He's a heavy boy. Fair enough. You know, make him super far, but enough to get him in there.
Drag his foot into it.
He like get his glove in there. He's taking me. He's like right here.
How much movement do I have left?
I wasn't counting. I was just assuming you were.
Well, I just moved like.
I tend to give you guys a lot of leeway in assuming you're tracking your stuff correctly.
Yeah, I like
blatantly obvious that you are not, which has only happened to me one time ever. How many spell slots have you used today?
I think I moved. Well, it was like a half a step. So what? 2.5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you didn't really move him that far. You just basically kind of rolled him over.
42 and a half.
And Wolfgart was in the healing spirit, so
Yeah, he
If he
already
has-
gave me it.
Oh, that's one on.
Did I use my action to pull him in?
But you were in it as your monkey self, correct? Looking at the monkey. For 1 point, the monkey is healed for 1.
So did I use my full action to move him in?
Technically, yeah. You have a bonus, though.
Yeah, I'm not close enough.
Well, defender 4. Kinda wants to push Max under the lake. However, he's going to turn back around towards Sequoia. That's this one. Nope. Mad that he couldn't hit her once. Doesn't hit her again. This is a very defeated elemental. I just don't know if I'm in the right business. Your turn. Yeah, that hits.
Cool.
Not too bad. Which brings us to any movement or anything else you want to
No.
do? Okay. Lily, you're 50 feet up in the air, technically.
Mm-hmm.
I need my other book. It's not here. It is here.
Oh, he's going into a different book.
Why would you assume? I just need to look up the correct listing for what I was wanting to do on this. Alright. I don't think any of those wants to help me. That would be. Oh, that's cool. What? Oh man, it's fucked up. It's very fitting. And Max is here, so why? He watches who's close? Actually no, we won't do that one. That's a little too much. Techno though, roll a perception check.
You should know better, Nobel. That also raises the question. Am I still frightened?
I would say with the dispelling of the elemental you would not be frightened. Go ahead and make it.
I'll roll. If you want to remove the effect from me after a roll here.
At the bottom of the order. Alright, let me reread this. I haven't used this in a couple of years. Yeah. Alright, so I need you to make a wisdom saving.
Damn.
Oh, that's not good.
I've rolled nothing but 3s and 4s for that.
So,
I hope that's not a charm.
she looks at you and her eyes go dark like the void. No. And you immediately feel panic and feel the need to flee as fast as possible. You have been eye-bited. And you are currently panicked. Can please? Thus. Alright. We'll hold that. Kind of looks over at the hole. Zell's also frantically looking around the area. Max, you succeed. And your hand is in. You don't really need to do that. So you actually get your turn. 1 point of healing.
That's all he needs.
We love that stuff.
Start.
Yeah, you have your full turn. 42nd level spell. I guess level 42. Smite.
Level
42 cure
42
wounds.
smite.
Level 42 divine smite. I touch the water and everything within 10 miles die. And then I swing again. Okay.
Oh, isn't that the answer to
It's
all
better.
things, though? 42?
Yep.
You want to know it, though? You gave me a great idea for some new NPCs. Alright, you spend half your movement standing up.
And he still has a frightened effect, too.
How does he? You are clear. You stand up to a big 8.
And since he was unconscious, doesn't aura protection go?
The
Kick
aura
back on auto.
protection is always up. Basically, if he's conscious, the aura is up.
I think even if he's unconscious.
No, if he's unconscious, I think he technically loses it.
Really, it specifies that?
More so when you're unconscious, like you don't get any of your benefits specifically.
I mean, passive benefits that don't require any form of concentration or active participation.
But you're basically like TKO'd until someone comes to get you. You don't recover from that naturally. You must be conscious.
Yep. Or it does specify that.
Alright, so your eye bitten. Nguyen has the monkey because Gronkum was very low health and he's going to keep him that way. I don't know. I really don't like his stones, but I only have to deal with it helping worse. And then he can go live somewhere in these and collect that. Let's do. Is the elemental within 5 feet of you? Kinda. Do you have shenanigans you'd like to attempt?
I think he's going to use his reaction to apply it now.
Alright. No. Unless I want to do good berry. Okay. We're just going to do another film. And defender. 26. 10 points of damage. We pull a little bit from that. Alright.
Okay, so I have to move 60 feet away. And I suppose that raises the question. Is it very obvious that it was a spell or spell-like effect that has caused her to be frightened? Like, is that something Uri can recognize, or is it similar to the to like Charm Person, where in the moment it's more or less she's just afraid of Lily?
Roll an Arcana check with disadvantage. Yeah, unfortunately, you get panicked too quickly. You don't really piece it together in the panic.
Okay.
Those eyes, you just keep seeing the dark eyes. Is all you can think about.
Yeah, you know what? Screw it. Lily's first option, or not. Ari's first option, or first solution to many problems is just drop a fireball on it. So, quicken fireball. Since I don't believe it said I could not attack her, I just had to use my action to dash and move as far
You get
away.
disadvantage.
It's an AoE.
Yeah.
And that is...
Roll Vine save.
It did mention you have to use a dash action, though.
I did use a dash action.
Oh, you're quickening it to make it a bonus action, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
See.
Could have waited one more turn to do that.
6 points of damage.
All right.
Alright. So. DF. That's going to be a team player. Stay within the happy paladin circle. And swing an advantage. And down. Pull out the dagger. Get it. With some sneak attack there. 13 points of damage. Oh, technically that. And 2 points of damage. And one there. Turn. Sees what you're dealing with, Wolfgart. Is going to give you some cover. Going to pull a sharpshooter shot. He's got 4 arrows left. Actually, bonus actually is going to move. Oh no, he'll do a hunter's mark. Brand new. On to Lily. Sharp shot. Oh no, he can't. Plain old short. On to the next, second one. Too quick. Alright, big one, too. You can definitely do the first part, and the second part, sure. Why not? You do technically get 2 attacks, and you can make a grapple attempt per attack. Not like that, though. Nope, you play. Great means have nothing horrible happen to you. However, you're unsuccessful. Like, try to grab it and your hands just go through it. Damn.
Can I try again?
Sure. You got one more attack left. Okay. You go to grab it, unfortunately, because of its watery condition, it's actually immune to being effective. Slippery little bugger.
Okay, I'm just gonna move to the other side of it then.
You can probably just walk through it. Like, fine, be that way. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, and then there.
Let me count my spaces here. I can't make it to the healing thing, so I'm just gonna bolt it.
Okay.
Everybody's conscious at the moment, aren't they?
I believe so, yeah. I mean, there's some hags that are down, but I don't assume you want to kill.
No, I do not.
Fair. Oh, wow. Yeah, that hurts. It looks like it's barely able to keep itself formed together at this time. William, playing off that, we'll go ahead and follow your lead. She hits. The little bug is actually decently smart. 12 points so far. And back in the bubble he goes. Just sprayed. Ari, roll a perception check with disadvantage.
Perception check with disadvantage?
Mhm.
5.
Yep. It didn't matter anyway. Soren. Now looking around. 200 feet up in the air. He's going to descend 40 feet to 160 feet. He's at 160 feet. We'll go another 40 to 120. And
So could she see through this black thing here? If I was to be on the other side,
which black thing?
the black ruin thing in the middle.
That is on the ground.
Is she on the ground or in the air?
She's on the ground.
Okay. I was wondering if I was across from her, could she see through it? Or is that just
It is literally flat on the ground. It's like walking.
Okay, so it's not like fire. Okay.
No. It's just literally like drawn on the ground. And she is on the outside edge. He watches Kern just takes 2 shots over your shoulder, both of which she dodges out of the way of.
I'm gonna use a blood maledict, and
Okay.
God damn it!
Do you kill yourself?
Oh, I just roll high whenever I go. I roll high.
I've noticed many a time, anytime I let a blood hunter in one of my games, they tend to kill themselves or knock themselves out.
She needs to make a strength save throw.
Alright, strength save. That's actually an advantage. Strength. I guess technically. Alright. Not 14.
What's my
What's the DC?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Oh, wait. Oh, 14.
It's 14. Aw, just hit it. So yeah, unfortunately, he does succeed.
Why'd you get advantage?
Racial.
Ah. Alright, then I'll take 2 shots with the crossbow.
Oh, it doesn't. That's a hit.
And why not? We'll do a sharpshooter shot.
It's like, be careful. You get the feeling he looks very forlorn wherever he is. Actually, he would have moved.
Oh, I didn't add the 10. God damn it. And add 10 for the...
I believe it would be 5.
Yeah, 5 probably.
What? Because the 4 is radiant, correct?
Yeah, 4 is radiant.
Yeah, so it would be another 5. That is. It is. There she is. Okay. Adjust it.
You know what? Oh, action surge.
Yes. You have action surge? I thought that's your other character.
Actually might be.
You're not a fighter. You're a blood hunter.
I forgot it was extra attack, not action surge. Did I still action surge?
No, unfortunately not.
I have a stone of action surge.
This one, barrel healing together. It still is just mad it can't hit Decoy. It's gonna keep trying to hit Decoy.
Cool.
Miss. And finally it hit.
Oh no.
I have achieved my goal in life. Oh wow, 18 points of acid damage.
I was gonna make it have disadvantage, but you rolled too fast.
Sorry, buddy.
God damn it.
It's Decoy's turn now. She'll make it go away. He's got 2 hit points. Correction, he's had 2 hit points.
Woohoo.
And the formless elemental just slopped back in with the rest of it. Alright, you're still in combat, but only currently the leaving range.
I get.
And you can walk on water too. You have water walking currently.
I have been away a lot. Am I aware? I know that we don't like Lily.
Yeah. So basically, you guys are trying to get into the hole thing in the ground, and she's trying to prevent you from doing so. More or less, basic standpoint.
Okay, then I'm gonna just move towards her, and that will be my turn.
What's up? This is not sick at all. Lily. Looks around. That's something. 30. And that will be it. Max. You close the distance. Draw out your fancy new sword.
Healing spirit.
I yelled at him. I connect with one, miss the other. Newen will dip his own toe. Okay. 30. And what's left on that? 2, another phone up. Okay. 8 points of damage and moves 5 feet closer. Alright.
Okay, I suppose this is where I need to make a perception check to see if I
Hold
still
on,
see her or
let
not.
me double check. No, technically you can still see Lily.
Okay.
Those eyes, man, I'm telling you. Oh, you see.
Okay. So. And I mean, I have some long range spells, but I think that's probably about all I can do.
Fireball.
Not at that range.
You never know. Just blow it up right above him.
The problem is
I
it's.
know.
And I guess she'll start humming to herself nervously,
Alright.
trying to shake herself out of it.
That brings us to Death's turn. So, what do you guys think Death?
Jump in the healing spirit.
Death actually need to heal? No, Death only has
1 point.
Death will dip a toe. I'll probably only heal for one anyway. Ooh, 4. So, 10, 10, 15, 20. It's going to get right here. Going to take a dagger attack. Hit. Sneak attack damage. 6, 7, oh, 15 points of damage. And then the offhand attack as well. Also a hit for another 4 points of damage. Looking a bit panicked. Kern. Gonna take 2 standard shots at her. Or 1. Actually, he's gonna take 1 sharpshooter. That's the last one he's got.
We'll go all in.
Aww. He runs out of arrows. Gonna move 5, 10. And ends his turn. Gronk him. Yeah, that hits. Oh! Youch. That's an advantage.
That is true.
Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. There you go.
Sure, we want to kill her. We don't want to just take her hostage.
Oh. She's
Dark, I
really
don't think she's
bad.
going to let us take her hostage.
Just use non-lethal damage, knock her unconscious, we tie her up, and start dipping her feet in acid.
And that's it.
I don't know if you quite understand hostage.
Alright. That brings us to Ferris.
Let's see if this works, if you want to capture her. I'll whip out a wand.
Oh no, I forgot you have that. What did I do?
Damn it, she succeeded.
You pulled the one. Oh no. Man, that's been a long time ago.
I
You got that in
haven't
the
really had a
cave.
chance to use it.
Yeah, no, that was like back in the cave, I think, right?
That was like near the beginning of the campaign, I think.
Yeah, I think you guys were in the weird rat cave or
Yeah,
something
yeah.
near there.
And then I'm going to move over there and get some healing.
I think the Wand of Paralysis was acquired during the Hag event.
That could be too.
No. I had the paralysis like forever ago. The wand I got after that was the Dancing Lights, and that was in the Hag.
You got that in the cult camp.
Yeah.
That was the cult camp.
Yeah, because I remember it was a debate between me or you for the Wand of Paralysis during that. Since you were getting the staff, there was talk of me having it.
Yeah, no, it was during the hag thing. That's right. That's where Takoya got her armor. And her eye.
I've been wanting to use it. There just hasn't been an opportunity to really be beneficial.
That would have been the perfect one.
And she rolled a friggin' 23.
Not 2023. She looked really panicked, sweating it. William kind of
Next needs to move your aura.
He going to bide his time, but he's going to test her with a firebolt. Misses. But he will remain outside the bubble.
The kids are in the bubble.
I know. He's outside.
He's dropping it.
Oh, just his hands. He's just staying within shenanigans range. That thing's just running. How many turns is that thing? Or does it get a save at the end of its turn?
No, it's for 1 minute. So 10 turns.
Oh yeah, he's just...
Unless somebody attacks it, it stays turned.
Nope, not where he is.
Yeah.
He's pretty good.
Not unless someone wants to dive into the acid.
Alright, so Soren is at 120 feet. We'll come down to 80 feet.
And then fireballs here.
And he's the bad guy after. Not quite with it. Never to do anything fun. What's that square? That one. He's gone anyway. That's it. Yeah, he's gone. Alright, Soren. He's 80. He can drop to 40. Wolfguard. Finisher.
Sure.
It's up to you.
I'm gonna try this again. Oh, I do actually have a thing. I'm gonna amplify.
Okay. Which one?
It's the Curse of Binding again.
Is that the one you used on the Oni?
Yep.
So can't leave that square. Stuck there.
I believe her movement speed is 0.
Yeah, her movement speed is 0, and I gotta take my amplified damage. Fuck
I love it every time.
You know what you
nothing
need?
to make me
You
happy.
need a magic item that allows you to reroll damage.
I'm gonna
What are you gonna do?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Shoot her with non-lethal damage, or is that's too much?
If you want, because it's a ranged attack, this isn't like hitting him over the back of the head with like the blunt end of your weapon. I'd say you if you're within range, you possess the skill, ever it would be a disadvantage if you want to try to be non-lethal about it. And this is also assuming that it's got a human anatomy and you can actually pull that off and there's not some other random thing.
Just a reminder, she seemed to have teleported.
Can she teleport when she can't move any spaces?
All on. And how long does your blood curse last?
Till she passes.
Fair enough. Or until she passes the save, or
Yeah.
okay, so yeah.
She passes. Yeah, I'll take a non-lethal shot.
All right, disadvantage. Oh, damn.
Hey, there's a 6.
It gets better. So you don't actually end up hitting Lily. You kind of hit Gronkum in the arm. He's like, "Ugh!" And his hand moves forward and smacks her in the back of the head. She just falls over.
Wait, if she's unconscious, she can't pass the save either anymore now, can she?
Now she's out. And combat is over.
Grab her before she sinks.
Can she sink if she can't move any?
Currently floating on top of it like the rest of you. You get the feeling she already knew that you shouldn't step on.
So when she falls, is her eye bite a concentration-esque?
You are free.
Okay.
Like,
Just wasn't sure if I needed to keep flying up
in the air.
higher.
You guys just noticed that Ari's been like really high up in the air, and this whole time you're not really sure what's going on. Yeah, and about this time, I'm
gonna give Death her crossbow back, but keep all the bolts.
You are technically still a monkey for a while. You last a whole hour.
Unless Newen wants to drop the concentration.
Nope. Unless Monkey Gronkum signs to him that he wants to do so.
How many rounds do we have left on the healing spirit? Everybody needs to come run and jump in this real quick.
Yeah, I would say you probably got. Let's see. You probably each get like at least like 5 each. We'll start 1, 2, 2, 4, 5.
When you pick up are you rolling one of the effects?
Yeah, I'm healing.
If you right click on it, it will add dice, so you can click up to 5 and then drop them all at once.
Oh yeah, because it doesn't have a modifier.
Yeah. Gronkum would like to not be an ape anymore, so he can get the healing done too.
You speak with Noon, who can understand animals, and drops you out of base.
You try to resist it and roll a save.
Can you move?
No save. Once it's on, it's on.
Can you move the light crossbow back to deft? I'm giving her a crossbow back.
I'm going to swoop down over to Soren.
He's over for the rest of the moment on top of the rock.
Soren.
One sec. Who's not there? Okay. I can heal Lily if you guys want. Ari, are you hurt? Okay.
No, Ari's fine.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
She wasn't really in the fight.
Okay. So yeah, Soren flies over. You can kind of have to look.
Hey, Soren?
Yeah.
So, where was the first place we met you?
Let's see. Think back, I believe we were at, I forget the pub's name, but in Gancaster. Like you, the little drunken, ugly dwarf-looking guy, Deft. I'm trying to remember who else. And then you found that nice priest. Oh, there he is, right over there. From the orphanage.
If I recall correctly, Nobel,
Mhm.
wasn't it... Or, I don't believe that's where we first met Soren.
Yeah, it is. Technically, that's where you met. No, you met him in an inn. You met him for one night. So you basically met Kale, and then you met him, and then you went off, and then you didn't see him until you got
back. Because I was positive that it was Kale that had hired us to meet him.
He did, but you did meet Soren very briefly. Because you basically met him, and then he was going to...
Okay.
That was a long time ago.
And do you remember the second place?
Second place. Oh yeah, when you told me that you broke into my personal home and let out an evil entity.
Okay,
I think I got that
not
correct, right?
The evil mirror, sir.
He kind of looks over you. Wouldn't you like to know? You're not 100% sure. Would you like to find out? Oh, that's horrible.
Well, that's what the questions were for.
He just kind of laughs. He's like, so, would you mind telling me what you're all doing here?
Yeah. So, Kale was locked up and Allie was kidnapped. And she's here on this island.
I heard about Kale, but I was hoping Allie would be okay.
No, apparently they're trying to sacrifice her to something to keep it locked up. And,
you hear a sound coming from the ground. You fool.
Does it sound like a,
Sounds like a really, really fucked up Lily.
Oh, and I'm assuming since we took the time to finish out that healing in the totem, a minute has passed, and that my turning is no longer active.
It hasn't come back, though.
Okay, everybody, I'm just letting everybody know, be on guard for it. It's still out there.
It's like, I already told you what she's for.
Yeah.
No one ever listens to me.
Well, maybe it's because you're a manipulative prick.
Maybe. He's like, you can't go in there.
What?
You're not
in
meant
the
to be
hole?
in there. Yes, in the hole.
I'll look around everyone else. Was the plan to go in the hole? Is that where Allie's stored?
Well,
Willie sitting in the back on a rock.
if the person is telling, the big bad person is saying you not to go in the hole, obviously you want to go in the hole.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check it out regardless. I want to check the runes or the markings around it.
Okay. Are you guys binding her, by the way, or tying her up or anything?
Somebody
Yeah,
said
Max
hogtied.
and
Max
Sarah.
said hogtied in the chat.
Roll a dexterity check, Max.
Until she actually passes a strength saving throw, she's stuck there anyway.
So, we were hoping that you could help us, find her and rescue her.
He's like, He's like, I heard about Kale. It's unfortunate. I'm not sure. I've been moving around a lot recently. Interesting times that we're in. Allie, I don't know, but it's probably not good. But the most important thing is we need to get all of you out of here. Come on, let's gather around.
We should get off the water also.
We'll get you guys back to Gancaster or something like that.
Don't you guys need little dragon lady?
It's like, let me worry about that. The important thing is right now we need to get you out of here.
Okay, you're trying to rush us out of here. What's going on?
He's like, this is not a safe place.
I notice anything about the runes or anything on this, the magic over here?
Oh, let's see.
You have any kind of magic that can bind someone to a will permanently?
You kind of look around it. You're not 100% sure. It's obviously magical. You've never seen anything like this.
Yes, Dark, there is magic that does that. No, I'm not a high enough level to cast it.
Not you. I'm asking Soren.
Like, what's that, young man?
You have anything that can make this woman not betray us and have to follow us?
A hag? Never. He's like, I'll teach you one lesson up front. They should have taught you when you were being trained. Never trust them. Ever.
Told you, Theris.
What did she say? Never trust a what?
Never trust a hag.
Didn't say I trusted them. I just made a deal.
So she is a hag. Well, I'm talking about this woman. Is she a hag then?
Oh, yeah. She may be a pretty one. She kind of looks at him in disgust. Pretty. His hideous form. Like, that, my friends, is Miss Lily. She used to be human. But when you want to live forever, I guess, deals are deals.
Is she worth keeping alive?
Well, you'll have a hard time killing her.
Gronkin kills her.
Wait, hold on. No, hold on. Well, can't Thuris just take her soul?
It doesn't work that way, unfortunately. And if you just try to kill her, she'll just keep coming back to life. It's part of the gig with being the guardian of the pond.
So, what do we do with her?
Tie her up. Like,
Okay,
did you check her pockets already to make sure she doesn't have anything on her that's going to kill all of you?
That's actually not a bad idea. Let's loot her.
It's like, hey, hands. Who's checking her?
Yeah.
Okay. You look, you do find one thing. Around her neck, you notice that there's like a little oval, like blackish purple stone.
Sure, I'll take it.
What happens if we throw her in the hole?
She's like, yes, let's not do that. And Soren kind of looks like, oh, technically that would be really funny to see. Her odds are probably better than anyone else. But yeah, I don't recommend going in there. In fact, we really need to get you guys out of here.
Well, can we just toss her in quickly before we go?
So we can start leaving now, but I do want an explanation.
If you want to live, we need to get you out of here so that you don't die. Pretty basic.
So,
This is a little above your skill level.
are we walking or teleporting? Also,
Oh.
what about all the children's souls?
I wouldn't worry about it. We just need to get you guys out of here. Like, now gather around, everyone. You hit her, she just pops back out.
I'm gonna go toss her in the hole. I have nothing better to do quickly.
No, we should probably not.
Actually, I need everyone to roll a perception check with disadvantage.
I believe Ari is not paying attention to whatever it is.
She may be correct.
You said perception?
Uh-huh.
No, I dropped a 20.
You fall. That's interesting. Yeah, that's a lot of ones. It's not too bad.
Was it supposed to be a disadvantage? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Oh, me
But it
roll
doesn't matter.
again. Okay.
It's fine anyway. Okay. Carrying on.
So, don't toss her in the hole. I assume we're taking her away from this place?
18 wasn't high enough.
Nope.
Can we take her from this place?
Looking at Soren.
You asking if you could take her away from this place?
Well,
Yeah.
She said quizzically, I assume we're taking her away from this place?
He kind of looks in like, she can't leave the island, but she can leave this.
No, she can't leave. She can't leave the island. So let's just toss her in the hole.
Do I know if banishing her would have any effect?
He looks over at you and he's like, you'd just be doing her a favor. He's like,
Yeah, let's just leave.
It's like, I wouldn't worry about it for now. She's not very dangerous in the first. And she looks really offended when he says that. Like, it's true.
How far away are we from where these children live?
Well, the souls are all within this chamber.
The two that are in the with William.
They live. Well, one has no family. She basically travels with the rat guy from the cave, and the other one is the tailor's son, who lives in the town, which is like once you get off the island, it's like an hour or two, depending where you leave the island.
Just curious, if he teleports us all out of here to Gancaster, how far is it to get her home? And is it?
Oh, how far is it to get there? Days.
Because she'll need to get home now. The other one we can take to the orphanage.
That was kind of your plan with Madeline all along. Take her to the orphanage before she got kidnapped.
Hey, Soren? So, can we make a detour?
It's like, I'm not really in the business of detours. Why?
This child needs to get home.
He kind of looks over and he's like, huh. He's like, yeah. It's like, well, I think they'd be plenty safe in Gancaster compared to here. But I don't know of any locations within town. Are you trying? Where she live in?
If nothing else, Theros will plan on taking her home.
Can't we?
I
Can't we have?
teleport her home. The only place I can get near here is Darren Cat. It's about as close.
Can't Kern take her home?
And I'd just like to remind you all, aside from, no offense, the two of you, he points at Gronkum and Newen, the rest of you are still wanted just like me, even in Gangcast.
Wait, you're wanted?
Yep, and so are you.
Who's not wanted actually?
The only people that are not wanted, I'm sorry, Wolfgart, you are also not wanted. Gronkum, Newen, and Wolfgart are not. The rest of the
And Max.
is
Harris is
not
wanted?
for questioning. Yep. Because you're known associates of a certain firebug.
Well, I can look like someone different, so.
And Kale.
You're talking
Kale
about
was
Luca?
already arrested. Soren has been looked for as well, because of the different reports and because there's two Sorens running around, and apparently no one cares what your evil twin may do. They just assume you did it. So between that, he's been a little bit busy among who knows what else. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you guys are wanted even there.
All right. Let's go.
Have a good night.
William,
Star.
can you drop the dome?
What do you want him to do?
Drop the the dome so we can all head back to an area that's not covered in acid and TP.
Oh yeah, here you drop it. I shouldn't need this one. Do you guys want to go back on the tunnel?
Yeah, since I assume everyone has to be gathered around Soren, and I don't think water walking's on the kids.
So you want to go back into the... Well, actually, the only place you can go would be like the front of this room.
Yeah, just on the shore, just to get everybody together, because the kids can't get on the water.
Like, all right, yeah, what are you doing with that one? He points over at Lily. Are you gonna leave her just here?
Well, do you have a place you can put her, and she's not going to be trouble?
He's like, it's a funny thing you mentioned that.
Because I hear you may have a place that's opened up.
He's like, oddly enough,
About to call you.
we do have
I have to go.
an opening. However, he sits and looks at her. Like, if I only had more time. He's like, just leave her.
You sure?
About this time, you notice a weird, electrical, sparking almost, but purplish and black, coming from the runes around that hole.
That doesn't.
There's a line that goes through the runes right here. It kind of make anyone who wants to make a survival check or an investigation.
Survival or investigation?
Mm-hmm.
If you have what?
Arcana doesn't work?
Not for this one, no. This is more to see what happened, not... Wolfgart, you're not 100% sure, but as you kind of look at it, it almost looks like a creature, like a snake, crawled through it.
I'm gonna look at the hag lady and say, you owe us one. We're gonna let you live. And say, yeah, we should get...
You're too kind.
I know. I'm told that all the time. So I will thank you guys for the jacket.
It's like, that is a fine jacket. He just kind of smirks. It's like, so am I free to go, or what's the plan?
I'll look at Soren.
He just throws a firebolt at her and knocks her back out.
Shall we get going before company arrives?
He kind of looks over at the room, looks back at you guys, like, yeah, let's go. So he is going to take.
Come on, Kern, let's get going.
Oh, now here's the next fun part.
What? Kern can't be teleported?
Oh shit, it went dark. Bad, man. It went bad.
All right, so. All of you. All right, you watch as he inscribes the circle, gets it ready, and opens it up. You watch as it opens up to an image of basically it looks like the keep of Gancast. Like, hey! Who else all going through?
Make sure everyone gets through before I go.
Terrace, you head in first with the children. We'll follow behind.
Okay.
All right, kids. Boop, 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 there. So Theris,
Yep.
the two kids. Who goes after Theris and the two kids?
Yes,
I
I'll go in behind him.
Shove Kern through.
Oh, hold on. Who's behind? All right.
There.
Death. All right, Death's going in. Kern's just gonna kind of hobble in. William.
Can I chuck William through?
Let's see. You get.
Do you know it'd be a terrifying sight? A child midget gnome.
Ooh. Remind me on your divine sense. When did you pick up again? Max?
Divine sense.
I thought it did more than that.
Yeah,
It does
aberration.
Fae and
Well,
Celestials.
Yeah, I was trying to
Saying Celestials.
read up the rest. Quick.
Good, evil, Fae, Celestials, and Undead.
Yeah.
What about devils and fiends?
Fiends as well.
I said fiends, did I?
You said evil.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
sorry,
celestial,
I didn't
fiend,
see
undead, evil, and good.
Okay. So you do determine this. You kind of guessed, but a little bit surprising. Other than that, you also notice and you notice that. All right, new one pops through. Hey! Sorry. Come on!
I go through. And after I ask that question real quick and find out.
Who are you asking that to?
You.
Oh, nothing.
So he's neutral?
Mhm.
Okay.
Just a dude.
I'll walk through.
I was like, all right, so let's go.
All right. You walk through.
I'm gonna give her a bow and say goodbye, and then walk through.
You walk through. The Soren closes the portal behind all of you.
I knew he was up to something.
You guys look about. I need everyone to roll for.
Told you we should have thrown her
Perception?
in the pit.
Mm-hmm. You guys look around. This courtyard's pretty damn empty. What do you guys want to do?
Are we actually? I'm trying to look to any kind of markings or buildings or anything. Are we actually in Gancaster?
Ferris, because you actually live in Gancaster, make a history check with advantage and an investigation check.
Investigation.
Mm-hmm. And then history.
Oh, history one also. Sorry.
So you guys look around. It basically looks like Gancaster is abandoned. However, Ferris, being a citizen, you notice one thing that doesn't match what it should. Where there currently sits just a plain building, that you actually know that there's a bakery that was built there within the last 2 years. You get the feeling this not in fact Gancaster at all, and it is an illusion. Someone who has not been there in a few years may have created.
We touch the walls. Are they actually? Do they feel? Or is this real solid?
It feels real. You start trying doors. Doors don't open.
This isn't Gancaster. There should be a bakery right over here.
That's not good. So,
You hear a knocking sound coming from what's probably like 100, 200 feet away.
how hefty of a knock?
From where you guys are, it sounds lighter, and it kind of keeps knocking for a little bit. As you guys get closer, you realize it seems like it's coming from like a little wooden box. Soren's not there. Soren closed the portal behind you.
Hello?
Oh, didn't want to throw the lady down the well.
It's just a wooden box on the ground.
No response from it?
Mm-mm. The knocking stops, yeah.
Hey, Theris.
Yes.
Do you detect any magic from the box?
Give me a moment. No, I'll have to sit down and do it. The ritual.
William's like, what is it?
Who says that?
William.
There might be someone in the box, or a trap.
Hello? He lifts open the box. He's like, huh. He puts his head inside. He's like, what? And he flips through. And you hear a voice. Huh. Come on in.
I'll lift open the box.
You feel cold air coming from the box. He's like,
What do
come
I see?
on. You don't really see much. You just hear William calling.
Well, what's down there?
It's outside. You're in a building.
Somebody see if it's okay to take the children through here.
Alright. Ariel.
Pop outside.
Yep.
You pop outside. You're outside of like a little rundown cabin. Like maybe a little one-room cabin. And you come out the door.
Does it look safe?
It looks safe. It's just white snow. Not a whole lot near here. Or any big roads you can see. It just looks like a small cabin property. You're not 100% sure where, but mean,
I'm
it could
not
be
seeing
warmer.
anything, though it is cold out here.
Yep, let's go. I'll take the kids and go through.
All right, we go
I'll
through.
create a bonfire in front of me. Not
Okay.
where they pop out, but
William is going to start summoning his dome in a drier spot that he can find. You guys can start making a little makeshift camp in there. Since you need some spell slots, I'd imagine some of you.
Zari's attire is not exactly designed for cold weather.
Yeah, exactly. So, you sit in your camp. Not necessarily sure exactly what just happened, but you can discuss it if you'd like.
So, what do we think? Do we think Zarin has turned on us, or do we think he's actually trying to protect us?
Could be either.
Guess it could be both.
Why not both?
We know he's had a habit of dealing with darker powers before. Max apparently discerned that she's not a hag, but what kind is she?
Fiend.
Yeah, but what kind? Since Divine Sense gives you the exact type as well. Just curious.
She is a hag. There's one type of hag that
Oh,
is a
is she a
thing.
hag?
She didn't have a soul either.
Okay. So then let me rephrase that. So she is a hag then. Okay. Well then I guess he wasn't lying about that.
Didn't he say it was a fiend? Is a fiend a hag?
Most hags are fae.
But apparently there is one type.
There's one singular book type that is not fae.
There's
Not
no from your studies or
Um,
anything, or any kind of knowledge from Mabel.
Let's see.
Yeah, would there be any chance I would know that too?
Given to you, I don't think any of you would specifically. This wouldn't be a general study type item.
So he wasn't really lying then.
Or any of my knowledge from any of my acquired stuff.
No, none of that would. Actually,
So-
I was just gonna say because my thing covers Fae, Fiend, and Undead.
it's not specifically that. You can tell what it is. It doesn't necessarily mean you know everything.
Yeah, just to confirm, James. The comment you said, was that out of misinformation, or was that just exactly what?
Yeah, he
Okay.
just got the type only.
Yeah, just wanted to confirm, as that would discern, which information my character
Mm.
goes off.
Yeah.
Okay, so. Well, I suppose if he was trying to betray us, he probably would have just teleported us, to a prison or something.
William looks around outside. He's like, "Yeah, it could be worse." Like, what about the blue-haired kid?
I'm guessing he's gonna go get her. She's quite important, and from my recollection, I think Kale was supposed to protect her.
William's like, "Wait, why is she so important?"
Were you not all here when we were talking about her?
He's like, "Nope. I know she's a little dragon, but that's about it."
She's let's just say one of her parents is a big deal. We'll go with that.
Do you know who my mother is? Oh, well, if you think he's gonna go get her, I mean, I guess that's okay.
Well, I mean, you have to assume. It's not like, we have another option. We have no idea where we are, no way to get back there. Which does raise the question, does this place look familiar to anyone?
What time of day is it?
It's probably, you kind of look around. It's probably like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, but it is starting to get dark.
Possibly when when night falls, if the sky's clear enough, I could possibly tell by the constellation.
Possibly. It's a little bit cloudy at the moment, but it could clear up. Or if you have humanity.
Would I know where it is? With a roll or something?
I mean, anyone who wants to is more than happy to make a history check.
I will give it a shot.
Is anyone by chance a what's it natural explorer ability feat thing from what background is? I forget which one it is. You guys look around. It's like the wanderer background. You guys look around. You have no clue where you are. You just see snow and trees for miles and miles. If you had to wager a guess, is anyone proficient in history?
Proficient with what, sorry?
History.
Nope.
Yes.
Maxes.
Are you Max?
Yeah.
Alright. Roll a history check. Quick. One more.
One. Flat?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's better.
So you guys couldn't really figure out where you were. However, after you guys sit there for a while, Max, you kind of start looking around.
Mm-hmm.
Based on the weather, assuming you haven't been sent somewhere completely crazy, time of year, you gather you're somewhere in northern Arcadia. In northern Arcadia.
I'd say if I had to guess, we're
The
very
mountain,
far northern Arcadia.
cold. Another common thing, so this is one of the more prominent larger kingdoms, actually, depending how far north you are. You may or may not be in their kingdom. You're in this territory, but to the far east, I believe, technically. I'll have to double check my name, sorry.
So I thought it was north. I could
Yeah, it's in there. It's northeast. I think it's northeast, because his old character is northwest. I'll have to double check that out. What was your question? Austin. What was your question?
I didn't have a question.
I thought I was telling you. I forgot what I was saying. What happens in my brain? Anywho, yeah, so you guys, it's in the north. Prominent area, mostly like humans. There's some half elves, half orcs are pretty common. Dwarves, although not many are part of technically that northern kingdom. Some are. There's more dwarven kingdoms further north beyond what bases a bunch of orc tribes and other types of things in the mountains. You would wager based on the elevation where you are, not specifically having anyone in that area necessarily who's been through this part. You're probably actually beyond their northern border. I mean, you are out kind of in the wildlands somewhere, mixed among the orc tribes and other things.
I would relay that information to everybody.
No, Grunkum, where you're from is further. I'll double check my notes. Yeah, Ari's not too far away, but not specifically in the areas you would be. But we will pause there for tonight, though. Let's see when in the area. Although Ari, one thing you do notice, technically two things. Yes, you do level up.
Yes.
Your stone begins to glow, Ari.
Ooh.
So you gather probably his assumption may be correct. It's not like a super bright glow, but it gets warmer and begins to. So you've moved closer in that.
Okay. I can't remember. I'm drawing a blank for some reason on the exact item he was looking for, or did we not know the item he was looking for?
The item he was looking. Oh, you know what he something at the puzzle, something that mage had. That basically was leading. It's some sort of like fire boon. That was basically the majority of what you got.
Okay,
One person
so we don't know exactly what the thing he was looking for is. We just know how to find it.
Technically, one of you has been to this location before. They just don't. It's none of one sits here. William has been here before. When William went through the mirror early on,
and you
went
said
to
we
the
level
frozen wasteland. Yes, you are all leveled up.
Do we get a long rest, or do you want to wait till next session to do that?
We'll wait till next session.
Okay, so wait to level up till next session.
Yeah, you can level up now. That's fine.
I can't
Some
really
people
think
won't be here.
of any feat to get or stuff for my character. I might actually get rogue.
Like I'm gonna fighter level 1.
We got a feed or skill points, or not skill points, attribute points.
Here, yeah, level 8 ASIs. Don't forget, I did give that option for those optional feats.
Which optional feats am I?
I'm
apparently out of it tonight because a lot of stuff is.
This is a long time ago. It would have been my channel. Oh.
Question.
Yeah.
How many extra spell slots do I get for having a +4 in my charisma?
You don't get extra spell slots in this edition.
God, this is so confusing. I do so many games I play. Oh God. Okay.
Use the table. It's the easiest way to remember for the most.
True.
You're not a mix, which makes it a lot easier.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Oh, and you also get your items. Well, actually, technically, your items too. You got to meet one other person.
I think I get anything else.
Yeah, I mean, on the one hand, I do want to get Elemental Adept. On the other hand, I don't. Because I don't want to ignore the fire resistance of both myself, Deft, and any other party member that gets it.
Yeah, I can see that being interesting.
Same time, I guess. That.
Yeah, I think this is going.
Oh, level 11, I get a fucking really nice thing. Holy cow. You know, Nobel, if we were on level 10, anybody within 10 feet could not be frightened. Only,
and your aura protection expands to 30 feet.
So,
no, I thought that's 18.
could. I'll have to double check. I believe
I think 18 is the aura of fear.
No, 18th level, both those auras increased to 30 feet.
I thought one of your auras increased to 30 once you got your aura.
Yay, I got 54 health until I use my thing.
Don't worry, the sorcerer is still shining.
I have sneak attack now.
Ooh.
And I took, for expertise, stealth and survival.
Spell Driver. Prerequisite. Character level 8 or higher. Through intense focus, training, and dedication, you've harnessed the techniques of rapid spellcasting. You are no longer limited to cantrip spells per turn. However, should you cast 2 or more spells in a single turn, only one of them can be of 3rd level or higher. So you can cast a 1st or a 2nd level spell in addition to any other level spell.
As long as the actions go the same.
Okay.
Wait, so question. Is that available for the Paladin? Just curious.
You wouldn't really need it is you don't even have third level spells.
I was curious. From what I heard, I thought that basically
I'll
means you
be
can cast
right.
2 spells in 1 turn.
You could, but you would technically work for you, so you could take a feat and do it. So you could cast like a Cure Wounds, and you could do another one in theory.
Well,
Actually, no,
my
because you take an
question
action,
was,
you do a Cure Wounds and like a Healing Word if you have. I don't
my
think
question would have been is, can I cast a spell and do an attack action with my sword?
no, so it would be 2 spells. So like you could do an action as a spell, and then you could do a bonus action as a spell, as long as
Okay.
they met within the level restriction. It's meant more for like pure casters, so that pure casters aren't like incredibly boring at higher levels.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it's like, oh, I can maybe do something in a cantrip, or I can.
Where are the new feats at? Actually, might.
I'll have to look through and see what the other ones were. I have to actually take them out of the book.
Okay.
But yeah, that was one of the Tal'Dorei campaign settings from Critical Role. So they have that one. They have some potion ones, but I give you guys that already.
Is the new? I thought this was from the new Unearthed Arcana.
Oh no, this is just one from a source spell.
Which one is the new Arcana ones in here?
No, there's not feats in that. That's just class abilities.
Oh, what did the new Arcana stuff give?
And new things to every class.
What was the Paladin ones? Because I don't remember.
I don't specifically remember. If you want to look at them, go to the class listing, and there should be enhanced classes. And so you'd look at
Which
enhanced
module
power.
is this?
This would be in the UA module. So it's in the same UA module we normally use. It's just got.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, so it should be called enhanced power.
Enhanced.
And then that's the list. So there's like some new spells.
Holy crap, there's a lot. Okay.
Some got new abilities. So like rogues didn't get a whole lot, but as a new cutting action, they can now aim. So if they don't move, they can get advantage on an attack to get their sneak attack damage.
All right, I'm back.
Just a lot of touch ups to other classes and stuff as well.
I don't see what's different with the palette.
You kind of got to go into them. It's better to just read the art, honestly.
I can't view the spell breaker.
You want to do that one?
No, you can't view it.
Yeah, I have no idea what it does.
Oh, sorry. I'd linked the wrong one. That was my 6th level ability. And I keep forgetting about it, though I don't think it's coming to play. When I restore hit points to an ally with a spell of first slot or higher, I can also end one spell of my choice on that creature. The level of the spell you end must be equal to or lower than the level of the spell slot you use to heal.
Hey, Nobel.
Uh-huh.
Did you see that thing I linked? The penalty for losing a hand in this game?
Where do you link it?
It's in just the chat here.
Our chat?
Yeah. Like, each one of the things where you lose a limb or something, you have a funny little thing to say at the end.
Oh, God.
Are we done playing? It's just wrap up now? Or?
Yeah, we're just wrapping up and leveling up.
So, what was your rules on taking the new stuff from the class? Because I remember Techno was asking, found something.
For which one?
The Paladin. The fighting style the Paladin gets is.
You can take it.
I can change it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so if you had something and there's something new that you want to swap out to all.
Okay, I was just making sure that was
Yeah,
okay.
because a lot of what they did now, especially so like as a Paladin, for example, and I forget it specifically, so